Now, the reason we're talking about phone boxes this morning and reminiscing about some of the stories and what you did, although I have to say, I did go into one not long ago, and I just could not bring myself to touch the receiver. It was just sticky and horrible, and I had to go out. But anyway, now one of the reasons we're talking about it in Southend, a red one was vandalised this week. Now, it was a very special phone box with a painting of David Bowie on the side. John Bulley painted it, and John's in the studio with me now. Good morning, John. Thank you for coming in.
Good morning. Good to hear you.
Tell me, first of all, when you painted the box, did you expect this to happen?
Given that, yes, in a way, what I do is street art. Street art is ephemeral. It's very vulnerable. Anything you do on the street eventually will either fade away in the sunlight or get tagged, or some idiot's going to destroy it. It's not going to last forever. I was surprised how quickly it was destroyed, and indeed, to be fair, they actually trashed the phone box. I mean, they kicked the hell out of it. Yeah, they didn't just. I mean, they just.
Does it not make you sort of upset and despair about what some people are prepared to do for no real reason other than they're just ignorant, I suppose?
Yeah. I would imagine they were drunk. Yeah. It's. They didn't have to trash it. I mean, they smashed the glass and stuff. If they just ripped my stuff up, or indeed got rid of it, painted over it, and done something else, I'd have thought, yeah, fair dues, no worries. But it was pure vandalism. It was silly.
You got photographs of it, presumably, and you.
Yeah, I have, and indeed, when I finish this interview, I'm getting back to Southend. We're going to replace it. We're going to repair it this morning. We're going to put some panels back in.
I'm surprised, because David Bowie taken to everybody's heart, particularly since he died recently. I'm very surprised that happened. There may be CCTV cameras, and they might be able to catch the probably young thugs who did it.
They were seen. Apparently, there were 4 roughly 20-year-olds and a girl. I mean, plainly they're not David Bowie fans. I suspect they're Justin Bieber fans. But
you're not going to do one for Justin Bieber then, just yet?
I don't think so.
Being a street artist, John, do you get paid? Do you get commission to do this?
I do and I don't. A lot. I'm actually. We actually formed a mob called the Estuary Fringe in Southend, an alternative arts scene ourselves. And so a lot of the stuff I do for nothing, because the visual art scene in Southend is fairly sterile. The music scene is fantastic, but visually Southend needs a bit of a lift. So a lot of the stuff I do for nothing.
Listen, I think Southend today, compared with how it was 20 or 30 years ago, is completely different, don't you?
100%, absolutely, and so it should be, and it's getting better.
Yeah,
of course, it is getting better. But I mean, a lot of what I do, I don't get paid for. That's the nature of the beast. I have other ways of earning money.
And some street art, I was thinking of what's his name, gone right out of my head now.
Banksy,
of course, where he does a picture on a building, somebody cuts half the wall out, and he goes for millions. How does that work?
God knows, I've never understood what makes one piece of art valuable and another piece of value less. I mean, I've been in the game all my life. I've never understood how that works. But the important thing, as far as I was concerned, is people loved the phone box. They loved the David Bowie. They loved the reference to Ziggy Stardust. They loved the whole.
You love David Bowie as well?
I quite like David Bowie. I grew up with him. I mean, but I mean,
loved is an emotive word. I shouldn't have used it. I apologise.
That's fine. Yeah, bloody good. Good bloke. Good musician. Yeah.
And phone boxes, do you think they're a good vehicle for art now? The old-fashioned ones rather than the rather nasty-looking ones.
Ironically, I mean, it could actually kick off. I don't know. See what happens. I'm going to repair this one. There's another trashed one in Southend as well. I might well do something in there. I was thinking of Clark Kent as
Yes.
Anything related to phone boxes, do that.
They are making the new Superwoman movie in down near Tilbury at the moment.
Yeah. See, there's a link.
So, there could be. And there aren't many left. Do you have to get permission to do it? Presumably you do.
I did eventually manage to get through to BT, and they were they didn't know how to handle it. Excuse me, can I paint something on your phone book? I mean,
no, you can't.
Well, in a way, they said, do what you like, because it's a trashed one, and it's screwed shut. You can't get in it. So in effect, it's just a red object. It's no longer used as a phone book. In a way, they just said, yeah, do what you like. So I did, but I had to work from the outside, so that was really weird. I had to cut all these chunks of paper up into funny sizes to fit over.
So you're going to go down there later today,
absolutely,
and you're going to redo it. Let me bring Willie White in from Fifield. Willie, you've spent 30 years restoring disused phone boxes.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Uh,
We started years ago.
and what do you think about John here, who is an artist who is creating works of art out of phone boxes now?
He sounds like a great chap. Well, what a wonderful idea. Anything to promote phone boxes, really. They're a great icon of England, along with the red pillar box and the red London bus,
Agreed.
which thank goodness Boris Johnson brought back on those bendy German things. Yeah.
I wonder where they ended up. What
Yeah,
is
I would think some anyway. Somewhere expensive like Frankfurt. They look a bit German, don't they?
where? What is it about the red phone box? I remember when they went, most of them. I'm surprised we've got 153 in Essex left. To be honest with
There
you.
were thousands actually, James. In the 70s, 60s, 50s, and going backwards, they were the only form of communication really that young people had. They couldn't
Yeah.
use their mum and dad's telephone,
I've
and
been
lots of people's lives rotated about going down to the old phone box, and it used to be a focal point for the village.
yeah.
And there's a lot of lovely memories really, and it's such a classic British piece of design.
I mean, I've been talking to the team in the creche this morning. They're all under 12, and they have no idea that people used to queue up to use a phone.
Yes, exactly.
I mean,
A and B button boxes, push
and
button,
knock on the door, and the lady on there come out and say, "Oh, I'll only be a few minutes, dear. Don't worry. Be your
Exactly.
turn in a minute."
The whole thing about telecommunications, the post office used to be, the local village post office used to be the hub where they'd have the lady who put the wires in and connected people up. And most post offices, if you got the number ending in 201, you used to be the post office number. And it just is a fantastic thing. But nowadays people don't understand it. It's a crazy world.
So you do these boxes up, and presumably you sell them on, do you?
Yeah, we sort of we're a plant hire company. I'm actually not a plant hire guy anymore. Life has changed dramatically. But I still do a few phone boxes using some resources I have, and we do the boxes up into what people require. I've just sent just earlier in the year a phone box to Ghana as a fish tank. Yeah, and as a proper aquarium with a fiberglass lid. Absolutely fantastic. I had a couple here where I had a yard and a workshop, and we had them in a display unit, and it looks fantastic. Showers are another conversion we can do. All sorts of things. We even had a loo.
Oh, that's good. That's very good, because a lot of them are used as loos anyway. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's why that one's nailed shut. I'm sure. Well, yeah, people do. But BT's here, they're an innovative company, and they move forward. They have a positive attitude to communication, which is good. And the phone box, sadly, has just become a thing of the past, really.
Well, as long as some of them are retained by people, I think you and John should get together. Maybe there's a commissions you could do on a couple. I mean, I don't know what's happening. There's the Olympics coming up in Rio. Maybe there's something there. There's the Queen's 90th birthday. I don't know.
I want to send 200 boxes in Argentinian blue down to Buenos Aires in containers for the Argentinian railway. And they were painted sky blue, as in the Argentine blue.
Yeah.
And they didn't like the colour, so we had to send them gallons of red paint. And then so they painted them all red again now. So if you go to Buenos Aires and you see phone boxes, they were from probably Essex, because I used to collect all my boxes from Essex.
Well, I'm surprised that Argentina wanted red phone boxes from Britain, but there we are.
British Railways, the Brits were, in fact, all over South America. Most of the railways were put in by the British. The Antofagasta railway was put in. It's all standard gauge. I have a bit of an interest in railways as well.
Listen, great to talk to you, Willie. Thank you very much indeed, and long may the phone box be there for us. It won't be there for us as far as phones are concerned. And John, thanks for coming in. You're going to go down to Southend now, are you, and reassess the situation?
Absolutely. We've already measured it up, and we'll go down today and just put it back to how it was when I first put David Bowie up there, and fingers crossed.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Keep away from it. Enjoy the art, but don't flipping mess with it. You're absolutely right.
Good man. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for coming in. Let's find out what the roads and the rails are doing now.
BBC Essex Travel.
Actually, I should get.